Hey guys, it's Tammy. So today I thought I would do a video on 3 pieces of advice I give to people going into their first year of high school and people going into their last year of high school. So as a graduate, I have plenty of high school experiences and I've learned a lot of things over the years. So I thought I would share with you guys the 3 most important things I learned during my high school experience, because starting high school is a very scary thing, and also finishing school is an even scarier thing. So let's get to it. My first piece of advice. So my first piece of advice would be to get involved as much as possible. Now, starting high school is a very daunting thing and everybody deals with it in different ways. But the best way to make friends is getting involved with activities. Things like sporting teams that your school may have, if your school has a choir, a dance thing, drama, whatever it may be. If there is an interest you have, go for it. If you don't want to go alone, I'm sure there's somebody out there that would love to go with you. Getting involved in things is such a great way to make friends, especially at the beginning of high school. And if you start getting into things from the get-go, it'll give you so much more confidence to do it in later years. This also goes to people finishing high school. So your last year of high school flies by like that. I still remember my first day of year 12, and then all of a sudden it felt like I blinked and then I was graduating. You don't want to have to look back on your high school experience and be like, man, I really wish I got involved in more things, or I wish I did that, I regret not doing that. I know I regret not doing a lot of things, and I know there are many other people that feel the exact same way. So you don't want to be that person to look back and be like, damn, why did I not do that, okay? So just get involved as much as possible. So in your last year of school, just anything that comes your way, just be like, yes, I am down for that. Even if you're kind of like, don't really think that's up my alley, grab your friends and get into it, because it's going to be so worth it in the end, because you make memories from it. And I made so many memories in high school from getting involved in little things like that I'm never going to forget. Second piece of advice. My second piece of advice is to not be afraid to ask questions. So it wasn't until probably around year 8 when I started asking questions, because before that I've always been a really kind of shy person and I was just really embarrassed to put my hand up. But it wasn't until I had a math teacher that was like, don't be afraid to put your hand up, like we are here to help. So from that moment on, I realized, hey, putting your hand up isn't a bad thing. It doesn't mean that, you're not smart or anything like that. It shows that you want to get better at what you're doing. So if you feel like you're struggling in a class, you might be falling back, or maybe it's just one small minor thing that you don't know if you're doing right, do not be afraid to go up to the teacher and ask them. Teachers are there to help you. They are not there to be your enemy, and they love helping you because they want you to do well. They want to see you improve. And don't necessarily feel that you have to ask in front of the entire class. I know I hated doing that, so what I would do, I would wait for a majority of the class to leave, and then I would go up to the teacher and I would tell them my problem. And we'd usually organize to do a lunchtime lesson or a before school or after school lesson, and they would help me. I'm telling you now, if you start asking questions from the moment you start high school, it'll encourage you to keep asking them until you finish, because you don't want to get to like year 12 and be like, oh no, I don't want to ask and things like that, because year 12 you have to ask questions, okay? I don't know anybody that went through high school without asking a teacher a question. Like, you just have to, otherwise you won't survive. I'm telling you now. If you want to do better and you want to improve, you have to be the one to take that initiative, okay? Nobody is going to, help you improve. It's up to you to do it. You have to be the one to be like, okay, I need help, or I really want to do better in this subject, so I'm going to ask for help, okay? Help does not come to you, okay? You need to go ask for help. I was never the greatest student in school. I've always been an average kind of graded student, and it wasn't really till 11 and 12 where I started asking more and more questions. And I am telling you now, from my personal experience, that is where I seem to improve, because I was going to ask for help and I wanted to improve. So if you show that you want to improve and you ask for help, then you are going to improve so much more. And my last piece of advice. My last piece of advice would probably be to enjoy every moment of high school. I know year 7, it's the early stages, and year 12 seems like forever away, but I'm telling you now, it flies by. I remember my first day of year 7 like it was yesterday. I remember my first day of year 11 as well. it honestly just goes by. Like, in the moment, you don't think it, and during the exams and things like that, you think that it's never gonna end. Okay, I know the feeling. But before you know it, it's going to be over. So just enjoy it as much as possible. Enjoy being able to be a kid and, you know, walking around school and, you know, enjoy lunchtimes and things like that. Because sooner or later, you're going to be graduating from those school grounds, and once you leave there, it's a very strange feeling. There's kind of like a transition phase, and it's kind of the point where everybody's going back to school the year after you graduate, and you kind of realize that, wait, I'm not going to school, and it's so weird seeing all these school kids at school and, you know, you're not there kind of thing, because that's all you've ever known. Like, for Australia, high school is year 7 to year 12, so it's 6 years of your life. And, you know, it becomes routine, you know, like waking up early in the morning, going to school, coming home. It's just this routine that you know off by heart, and then suddenly that routine is cut. You just stop doing that routine. But that's all part of this experience of learning and life and everything. So that's why I say live in the moment and just cherish each day of high school, even during the really crappy times. Because those crappy times you're gonna miss, okay? That probably sounds really weird, like, why would I miss a really crappy time in my life? But you do miss the times, you know, the stupid little arguments and stuff in high school and things like that. Things that you never thought you would miss, you miss. So that's why I say just live in the moment, enjoy high school. If you're starting year 7, just have fun with it, because, you know, high school, it's one of the best and worst years of your life. So just make the most of it. And if you are going into your last years of high school, enjoy it whilst it lasts, because the transition stage is coming. I'm telling you now, it is coming. It is going to sneak up behind you and scare you. It's going to tap you on the shoulder at will. You just enjoy every last moment possible. So they are my 3 pieces of advice to people starting high school and to those finishing high school. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
All we have is this moment.